thought we did a really good job on the defense end of the floor to start the game as well. It's just fun to be back here and play against Iowa and be back in Des Moines to play at Wells Fargo.
Can you talk a little bit more about how much it means to you? I mean, not only being back here, but growing up around programs that had a pretty big dislike for Iowa, so it had to be a little more personal.
Yeah, I never liked the Hawks growing up, to be honest, but I got a lot of respect for a lot of the guys on their team. I know quite a few of them. Zach and Cade, Matt Gates, Melson, Oglesby. They're all really good guys, and hope they have a good season.
Did you dream it would be you get up over 30 points in this game? Is that even in your?
I was just hoping we could win, pull it off, and we did a really good job of preparing for them. I got to give a lot of credit to our guys that play the scout team. They did a great job, ran their sets well, and we got to continue to work that hard for every game.
What's that like, Doug, when you're in a rhythm like that? You're scoring inside and out. And you're not needing many touches to be effective. Obviously, your teammates are setting you up. Just talk about that.
I felt like just getting off to a good start early just going to help my confidence throughout the game. It gave me a lot of momentum going into the second half as well. My teammates did a really good job of finding me, and I thought we played really unselfish tonight. And we got Gregory Echenike going, and it's really good to see him play well tonight as well.
How much different kind of contrast is to the way you guys felt last year when you had that last second shot from Iowa State? How much more sweet is this especially after what happened here a year ago for you personally?
Yeah, it was a nightmare when I walked in at first, seeing that shot by Vanderbeeken. But it's good coming out on top on this one. I mean, I love playing here. Playing here with Ames High was always fun, and today brought me back to those days, so it was really fun.
Doug, what does it do for this team's confidence and your confidence to come out and win in the fashion that you guys did today?
Oh, it's big for us. Playing against a Big Ten team and beating them like that, we got to take our hats off for them. They played well. I mean, they're a good team. They're really unselfish, and I mean, we can't let this one. We can't celebrate it too much. We just got to move on to the next one.
Doug, you mentioned Gregory. Could you just talk about him being more active today?
Yeah, he was great. We looked for him more on the high-low. That's something the coaching staff's been stressing to us all week, is to give him a look. He's going to finish down there if we get him the ball, and it's just great to see him put up those numbers, and it's really fun playing with him.
Doug, can you kind of just talk about the rhythm you got into right out of the gate?
I was feeling it early. It felt good. Teammates were finding me. We had a really good crowd here tonight. They got us going. Got to give them a lot of credit for traveling down from Omaha, and it's great to see them here.
Anything else for Doug?
Thanks, Doug. You're good. We're now joined by Creighton head coach Greg McDermott. We'll start with a opening statement, then we'll take questions.
It goes without saying, this is a huge win for our program. We only get so many cracks at games like this in the non-conference portion of our schedule, so it's important when we have these opportunities, we take advantage of them. I mean, let's be honest, games like this for us are it's essentially a play-in game to the NCAA tournament. When March rolls around, if you have a good enough year, these are the games they come back and look back on. So this is a big win for us because I think Iowa's going to have a good year. I think they're much improved, and they didn't play as well today as they've been playing. And I certainly think our game at UAB on Wednesday really paid dividends for us today. We had gone and played a quality opponent on the road, and our guys had a sense of what to expect today. So I think that certainly gave us an advantage. But the key to the game is the way we defended to start the game. Our offense did not get rolling in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and fortunately we were able to keep them in check. They didn't score the first 5 possessions of the game. That was the statement we needed to have on the defensive end of the floor.
Questions?
Greg, how much do you think your son had this game in particular circled for the chance to come back here, a chance to play Iowa?
I don't know that he had it circled. I mean, he just, there's a lot of great memories here for him. He won 8 games in high school. I think he came down here for 2 single games and then won 6 state tournament games. And then the game last year with Iowa State, we came up a little short. But he's got a lot of fond memories of this building. And he grew up 35, 40 miles up the road in Ames. So this has got a lot of meaning for him, for our family. who knows, this might be the last opportunity for us to play in Wells Fargo, and this is a building that's has provided a lot of great memories for our family.
Greg, how big is that? There was something in the notes about the program was something like 7 and 27 road neutral stuff the last 2 years. How big is it to get 2 road wins in a week like you have?
Well, it's huge, and like I said, we only get so many shots, and we have to take advantage of them. And we beat a decent UAB team on Wednesday night, and I think Iowa's going to win a lot of games before it's all said and done. I think there's a lot more weapons there than there were a year ago as I watched film from last year compared to this year. But defensively, the fact that maybe they hadn't seen the type of defense that we played certainly helped us early in the game. In our execution, I thought our guys did a great job moving the basketball, making that extra pass. We turned it over a few more times than we like, but when you're trying to force the tempo, that's going to happen at times.
You first 12 points were scored by kids from Iowa. That surprised you or not surprised you? It's a big game for all the Iowa kids.
It's big for all of them. The pregame notes speak for themselves. This is a cool game for Doug and Grant and Will. They all have a lot of memories from playing here, and they all grew up, whether they liked Iowa or not when they were growing up, they followed them. So this is a fun game for those guys, and I'm glad they were able to contribute to the victory.
Coach Avery Dugman had kind of a coming out party today. Can you discuss his progress?
Yeah, he showed signs of what he's capable of, and obviously he's at 6'6", can catch it, shoot it, gets it off pretty quick, and defensively he's made really good strides, and that's why he's gotten a little bit more time. And let's be honest, he probably got more time today because we were in a little bit of foul trouble. But then he went in there, and rather than being nervous and tentative, he was aggressive and did some good things on the defensive end of the floor. So he's just there's a lot of weapons on this basketball team, and obviously we want to start inside out because we feel like we've got 2 very talented players in Gregory and Doug down there that can score on the block, and Will Artino is doing some great things down there for us as well. But when they take that away, we've got to have guys knock down shots, and that's frankly why we decided to play Avery instead of Redshirt.
What was the culture at halftime? You got pretty comfortable lead at halftime, but yet it's a 2.5 game. What was the message?
The first thing I did was rip up that play that I ran right before halftime. 3 points. You won't ever see that baby again. We needed to throw the first punch to start the second half. Defensively, we had to be solid. We knew that Iowa wasn't going to quit. They're a team of accountability where every possession matters, and I knew they were going to come out and play to start the second half. So we didn't want to just hold serve, and I felt like there for a while we traded baskets, and then finally I think we went 9 or 10 possessions where they didn't score, and we were able to create that separation that we were looking for.
Coach, you talked about the perimeter play. Early in the first half, you seemed to really find an extra pass along the perimeter. Is that something you noticed from scouting Iowa as far as their defense?
Well, you have to do something when you got Echenike inside. I mean, you can't guard him with one guy. So you're going to have to commit some help somewhere, and when you do that, somebody's going to be open. And we do a pretty good job of finding that open guy. Guys like Grant Gibbs, Antoine Young are unbelievably unselfish. And then you're turning down a good shot for a great shot, and that's always what we're after. But I thought Antoine and Austin did a really good job of wearing into their point guard with our 3/4 court, half-court pressure, making it a little bit more difficult for them to get into their offensive sets.
2 more.
You're only 4 games into this year, but can you talk about maybe the difference already that you've seen from Doug from where he left off last year to this year?
I think he's stronger, and I think that's had a huge impact on his game. I think he's got a little bit more stamina because of that. And just the confidence that he's gained from the experiences he's been able to have with USA Basketball and the success that he had last year. Some guys are maybe sit at home and look at themselves in the mirror and pat themselves on the back and congratulate themselves on what they accomplished. I think Doug used it as motivation to make sure that, hey, I want to improve. I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to let my teammates in this program down. I want to get better. And to his credit, he's gotten in the gym. He's worked hard. And I think you can see some of those improvements on the floor today.
Last question.
How much better are you, Greg, when Gregory's active like that on the inside? Did you teach him that one shot?
No, I didn't teach him that shot. But, we're a different team when he's active. And You know, it can be difficult to get Gregory to run and seal and do what he's supposed to do every possession, because oftentimes there's so much help there we can't get the ball there. And it's my job as a coach to make sure he understands on film that the reason we're getting an open three-point shot is because of what he's doing and the defensive attention that he's garnering by his posting up and working hard. So I thought he did some really good things today, and you know, we've got to get him 8 or 9 shots every game and get him back to shooting free throws like he's capable of. But you know, I like the 9 rebounds. That was good to see. He without question, he impacted this game.